So in 1755, Philip Lasser was found at their grand fireplace, burned beyond recognition. While his estate was dismantled and scattered throughout southern England, one of the family's stewards claimed to see Philip reflected in the mirror, an allegation apparently taken seriously enough to warrant a church investigation into the house. The glass, thereafter known as the Lasser glass, is sold in public auction in 1758. The next known owner is an American railroad tycoon named Robert Clancy, 1864. Clancy apparently weighed over 300 pounds. In fact, while attending university in Connecticut, he was known as the South Windham Whale. He hung the glass in his ballroom in Atlanta. Later that year, Robert Clancy is photographed by a local newspaper and, well, he's dropped a few pounds. His obit was printed a few weeks later. Doesn't list a cause of death. Unfortunately, he and his estate and the glass are presumably destroyed in Sherman's March to the Ocean in 1865. And after that, the glass is lost until it resurfaces in turn-of-the-century New England. The next case of note is Mary O'Connor, 1904. She hung the mirror in her private bathroom. 2 weeks later, her niece Beatrice finds Mary dead in a bathtub. Now, the official coroner's report lists the cause of death as, get this, dehydration. The woman died of thirst while soaking in a full tub for 3 days. The next case of note is Alice Carden in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, 1943. Neighbors reported hearing screams and loud bangs from the house. The police found the children drowned in a locked cistern. Alice herself was in the nursery, and both of her legs are completely shattered. Her left arm is broken in 4 places, and 6 of her ribs are crushed. In her right hand is a large hammer she's been using to break her own bones. And they find her just as she's going to work on her skull. Her right arm, though, is completely unharmed, because she needed it to wield the hammer. Alice later says she believed she was tucking the children into their beds as she sealed them in the cistern. She never recovers from her injuries. And the family kept several dogs at the farm, including an Australian Shepherd for the children.
It started out small, like a hand or a leg was in a different position. Then its head was looking up instead of down. And then one day it was in a completely different room. It was moving around by itself.
Ever think that maybe somebody had a key to your apartment and was just playing a trick on you?
That's exactly what we thought. But never once did we find any sign or evidence of intrusion.
And this all led you to believe that the doll was possessed?
Yes. Camilla got in touch with a medium. We learned from her that a 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins had died in this apartment. She was lonely and took a liking to my doll. All she wanted was to be friends.
When we heard this, we felt really sorry for her. I mean, we're nurses, we help people. So, we gave her permission to move into the doll.
Wait, you did what?
She wanted to live with us by inhabiting the doll. We said yes.
But then, things got worse.
Firstly, there's no such thing as Annabelle, and there never was.
Ghosts don't possess such power. I think what we have here is something extremely manipulative. It's something inhuman.
It was a big mistake acknowledging this doll. And through that, the inhuman spirit tricked you. You gave it permission to infest your lives.
This is beyond anything I imagined.
You mean to say he succeeded, sir, in making the Horcrux?
Oh, yes, he succeeded, all right. And not just once.
What are they exactly?
Could be anything. Most commonplace of objects. A ring, for example. Or a book.
Tom Riddle's diary.
It's a Horcrux, yes. 4 years ago, when you saved Ginny Weasley's life in the Chamber of Secrets, you brought me this. I knew then this was a different kind of magic. Very dark, very powerful. But until tonight, I had no idea just how powerful.
This is Aztec gold. One of 882 identical pieces they delivered in a stone chest to Cortez himself. Blood money paid to stem the slaughter he wreaked upon him with his armies. But the greed of Cortez was insatiable. So the heathen gods placed upon the gold a terrible curse. And immortal that removes but a single piece from that stone chest shall be punished for eternity.